Hello everyone, welcome to the Builders Haven podcast. At Builders Haven, our mission is simple. We want to make businesses in the real estate and construction industry to profit and to thrive. Today's episode will tackle the realms of marketing, and in particular it will cover about referral marketing. Now, in the industry itself, referral marketing is one of the most prominent ways of getting business. That's the most. It's not. I don't depend on it per se, but if you get it right and your brand is right, referral marketing is one of the best sources of marketing and sources of leads. So today's episode will tackle on how to stimulate referral marketing and just how to encourage people to have a kind of referral marketing. So this idea was inspired by a group of friends that I was with, and we were just trying to see how do we promote businesses here in Kenya. And the reason is because the pandemic has really affected the real estate industry. I can't talk about everyone, but the effects have been felt. And now we are headed towards the election year, which also affects businesses in Kenya, kind of a way. Investors usually hold their money, and the mood of the country is usually not, the appetite for investment is usually very low around that period, especially in the real estate. So it forced us to come together and think of a way to promote businesses. Now, how do we stimulate referral marketing? Suppose you have a group. This method will require you to have a group, not a large group, probably between maybe 5 to 10 people. And one of the best ways is, one, all of you should have similar business cards. So when I say similar business cards, is what I mean. If I'm doing flooring works and someone else in my group is doing, let's say, steel works, or maybe doing wooden works, or maybe kitchen fittings, our card should be similar in the sense that it should be able to read other kind of businesses. So maybe the front end could have my business, and the back end it could have probably like a mention of the you could say maybe joinery, steelworks, etc. That is one way. And we probably could write partnership with, so that you don't look like you're a jack of all trades. A better method other than business cards. So for the business cards, if you're issuing out the business cards, if maybe you could be pitching to someone and give them your card. You tell them, by the way, I'm also in partnership with all those businesses you see behind of the card, and we work together. Another better way, if I may call it better way, of stimulating referrals through a similar strategy is having like a brochure. So everybody should be having a brochure, and the brochure now is almost like a small magazine which entails all of your businesses. So now for the brochure, it is a bit broader. It gives details of your business. So it could be a brochure, it could be a small magazine, it could be a small catalog, and everybody should have them in their offices and wherever they visit and go. So every time you are with customers and with your own networks, you kind of distribute the brochures. So, and then again, it's also good to also inform the others. So it will make sense if you have a group where there's communication. Probably could make it simple, like a WhatsApp group or a Telegram group, and say, I met so and so, and I gave out the the cards and I gave out our brochure. And the reason is sometimes your job, or rather the client that you are targeting, has two factors. One, you could all be targeting the same client. So let's say it's a hospital coming up, it could absorb all of your professions. Secondly, even if the client is not actively looking for maybe one of the people in your group, let's say that you have a plumber and he's not actively looking for a plumber, as long as they have that kind of a catalog with them, whenever there is a need, and they can also spread it in their own network. So you kind of, you try and make it viral. So the magazine could have both a digital and a physical kind of format. The other way is also in the same realm of having a brochure or a catalog, is having, when you're sending out, now this will depend with the business, with the kind of marketing they practice. Let's say you practice SMS marketing once a month, so you could try and promote other businesses. So you could have like a page on your website where you also mention the partners that you work with. So you send this link now as part of your SMSs campaign. The other is also email marketing. So if you practice email marketing, in one of the emails you could attach, the links or the social media pages of such of your group now. So you could have a link of everybody who they do, and kind of just, it's a warm way of trying to introduce your group to your target clients. Another way to stimulate referrals also is also through social media. So this is very easy. I even wondered why we are not actively doing it as we speak. So social media in today's day and age it's unacceptable not to have a social media page and an active social media page. Whatever platform you choose, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is paramount that a business should have at least some form of social media presence. And also it is active in the sense that it is posting relevant stuff. And I've talked about how to create content in one of my episodes. I'll link the episode in the show notes. And this is very simple. You just share the posts that the group, like let's say we have a plumber in our group, any social media posts they put, we kind of try to share it, try to comment on it, especially social media pages like LinkedIn, whereby you want to get kind of a more serious presence. So it's a very sure way, leaving reviews, simple stuff that actually they are a no-brainer. And on top of that, the group can also be enhancing each other's, or rather trying to teach and learn from each other's marketing strategies. So if it's, let's say, posting, the group could agree on how do we post, how do we send emails, could have like a standard kind of format, so that now when each business posts, it is easily shareable, and you can and make it like have a schedule around it. Like maybe if you're having like 3 posts per week, everybody to share each other's pages, kind of comment, whatever it is, just trying to interact with the pages. This makes work very easy, especially if you're trying to get new leads. As we all know, the purpose of marketing is to get leads, which now lead to buying clients. And the more leads you have, the higher chances you have for getting buying customers. In the same realm of sharing, having kind of also sharing our friends or the group's businesses within our stories, our WhatsApp. I've seen people who share WhatsApp stories has a lot of, let me say, viewability. And the more contacts you have in your phone, the higher chances you kind of have higher chances of you getting a buyer or a lead for that matter. So this is just a very simple way of trying to promote each other, stimulate referrals. So if it's a customer who has bought from you, you can imagine just telling them, handing them out that brochure or that catalog, trying to tell them, if he's a happy customer, asking them to kind of, share your page, just comment, and also comment on the others if it's not a big deal. Just try. That's the kind of referrals I'm talking about. So this is more of a systematic way whereby the referrals are now, you're assured that people will be referring you from, because then again, why we have to practice all these methods is because sometimes you never know where a customer will come from. They could come from an email blast you sent, could come from an SMS, could come from your WhatsApp stories, it could come from social media, whatever it is. That's why it's also good to practice several methods. I hope this strategy makes sense. To me, it makes a lot of sense. Kind of a very simple and no-brainer. Just get group of people. The only thing you need is the group doesn't have to be too big. Sometimes when the group is too big, it becomes a bit difficult to manage people. So the smaller the group, the better it is. And more so, the group needs to be committed. So whatever the group agrees on, the strategies that they can try and employ, it will make more sense if the group is consistent with the strategies they agree with and committed. And then the group can be meeting monthly or can be meeting weekly or bi-monthly, whichever duration, and see what's working and what's not working. Just try and improve on that. I think this makes a lot of sense because businesses these days is all about partnerships. Partnerships is also, I've talked about partnership as one of them, also marketing strategies. So, and I think when you get people who complement your business, I think this strategy is, you don't depend on chance for the referrals, but it is more of a systematic and strategic way. Thank you for listening. Have a blessed time. Thank you.